Hi everyone, welcome to another video from FIFAaddiction.com. Lots have been asking for this, how we trade to 1 million coins without buying packs or buying and selling coins, etc. So just from trading methods. Here are the biggest tips we've been saying on the website for a couple of years now, and on Twitter we've been using them throughout the FIFAs on Ultimate Team. It really is the simplest, easiest method where you don't have to sit trading for hours on the web app or on the console or even on the mobile app. And later in the video we'll show you other methods to help boost this main way of making coins. So we start off building cheap Brazilian teams mainly in the Italian league, Russian league, German, Spanish, or hybrids which are mixtures of more than one league. Also cheaper BPL players, so not using lots of coins on one player. Buying as cheap as we can find them and then using them for a night or two before selling them on at a profit, making sure a higher lowest bid price than paid and a bin a bit higher, enough to cover tax which is 5% and make a profit. Also along the way buying nice kits and selling them at up to 2,000, 3,000 coin profit. And here you'll see us selling a mixture of German and Brazilian league with Italian as well. So we're paying like 600 to 900 coins for players, a few more expensive there that were really good players that we wanted to add, but not really expensive, so 12,000's okay. And then selling them all at a nice profit of 500 to a couple of thousand coins. And then building another squad and waiting for the others to sell. Now you might think, hang on, you had 130,000 coins there and now you have 700,000. It's just that we cut out buying and selling team after team being built to try and make the video short enough, and also add some of the other key methods later which will help you make coins. Honestly, I haven't suddenly bought lots of packs as we never buy them. Did get free ones from Ultimate Edition and got absolutely nothing as usual. Now it's very rare that we buy expensive inform or team of the season players because let's face it, they are crap. FIFA community call it handicap, where cheap squads always do better against expensive squads. For us, informs or team of the season players seem to do better if just one or two in a normal squad with average players. And to be honest, we'd rather save to buy an Ibra or a Ronaldo, who aren't exactly cheap anyway, so you need the coins for them. Much prefer players of higher rated rather than informs and team of the season. Now you can see here in the video that we're still searching for the best deals that we can find on the Spanish league team. Not looking for any particular players, just trying to find the best deals on players that we might want to use. If we can't find good deals on them, we'll try a different player. Here we are thinking Sanchez or Navas for right mid. Not worried if we don't get them, which is key. Set an upper limit for bidding and don't be tempted to go above it. Look for a better deal somewhere else if you can. So when in open bidding we always wait until the last couple of seconds. This really annoys people and they can't be bothered waiting for it to go down another 14 seconds. So usually you'll get your player, but we didn't want to go above 4,000 for him, so eventually we pulled out and did a search for Navas. We found one quite cheap, so picked him up straight away. Now lots of people, especially if new to FIFA, are going to say, what do you mean informs are crap? Because when you have lots of them they just seem to be responding bad or not quite as good as they should do, and you expect them to be a lot better. Maybe it's the pressure of them supposedly being better, but they seem harder to control. This could be because the pace of Ultimate Team is so quick, or maybe EA have just coded it wrong, who knows. However, when we put an inform Sigurdsson from Spurs left wing for 12k in an average BPL squad, he was amazing and it did stand out. So just try one or two cheap informs and see if they make a difference. We also used 96 Messi in FIFA 12 and didn't think he was as good as normal Lavezzi, for example, who was better than Messi to start with. So these inform players aren't going to make you better at FIFA or win more, in our opinion. More about learning the players, strong, weak foot, what the work rates are, what skill level they are, what traits they have, etc. So these are the most important things in Ultimate Team and generally in FIFA. So basically know your players and know how to use them so you can get the best out of them. So here are sales from the teams before the Spanish League. They won't always sell first attempt, so build teams back up around the players who are left the next day. and put them up for sale again at the end of the day or when finished playing. So you're constantly changing your team, trying to sell them. And here we are selling the actual Spanish team that we built, plus Gomez, who's not in the Spanish league of course. But you can see we're just putting them up for a few hundred to a few thousand coin profit, not trying to make loads and loads of profit on one player. Sometimes you might get lucky if you've got a player that's suddenly wanted, or somebody's done a player review and his value rockets. Or maybe if there's a tournament starting where the price will go up for the player. Which leads us nicely to buying and selling players for upcoming tournaments. Now we have a blog on the site for which this is updated throughout the year, and we tweet them out. Link there that is also shown below. So make sure you follow FIFA Addiction on Twitter, as that is our central hub for info and any new content on the site. So basically there's tournaments that come up every week or two which have certain rules, and some of them are like only silver players are allowed in the tournament. So here we picked up on a lot of Brazilians that were going up in value for silver. And you'll see here we also built a Dutch silver team to sell. And as long as you do it before the tournament starts and you get the players quick, they'll go up in value for the tournament, and then they'll sharply go down as the tournament's starting to end. So you've got to make sure you get rid of them mid-tournament. But basically we'll tweet out and update the blog when you should buy the different players. Common ones are the St Patrick's tournament, so the Irish players go up in value. And the best thing about that one is you know when it's coming, because you know when St Patrick's Day is. Whereas the other ones you have to kind of try and guess what you're going to do next based on current games and big games in like Barcelona against Real Madrid, and they call it El Clasico, and they have Messi tournaments and stuff like that. But we'll tweet them out to help. So you'll see us selling the Dutch players here, and then we move on to another big part of FIFA trading, which is commonly known as price locking or price fixing. We had been buying and selling cheap BPL teams when we noticed that CC at QPR was being price locked at 5,000 coins, meaning some rich Ultimate Team player had been buying all the CCs on the market and then putting them up all for sale at 5k buy it now, forcing you to pay that if you wanted CC. We decided to join in and undercut the seller, buying any we could find below 3,500, selling them for around 4,500. Now we picked up quite a few for under 2k, making lots of coins in minutes. Now you'll see various players being price locked as you build more and more teams. As we're also in various FIFA streams on Twitch throughout the year, we'll hear about them and even see them being done, or people even talking about them in streams. And it's a good way to find players that are going to go up in value and sell them a bit cheaper, which really annoys the people price locking. Now our advice here is not to try doing any of this yourself unless serious amounts of coins and several accounts or friends. So don't try and price lock yourself unless you do. Just do it as you're building teams, see if you spot any that are going on so that you can undercut them quickly and make a few coins. Especially try building bronze and silver teams from less known leagues, because as really good players will be price locked because of the demand for them, because there'll be no alternatives if there's a really good skillful left winger in the Dutch league or something and he's only one with pace and 5-star skills, 4-star skills. And here you'll see an example. Weston, he's a bronze player at Gillingham I believe, and because of his pace he stands out quite a lot. And somebody mentioned him in a stream that it was being price locked and they were trying it, and a few people tried it in the stream, so we were picking him up for 11k and selling him for 19k. Then finally we have the double inform trick, which we released in a separate video linked below. This can be major profits, but you have to keep looking at the market price and putting the player up for sale lots unless very lucky. This method can take weeks to work, some more for the serious traders who want to make big coins while the steady money is being made. Basically you buy a lower inform and then try to sell them as the higher inform, so selling the 82 Fellaini at the 83 bin price. You can also try open bids. If you watch the full video, linked below, see how we bought for 40k and sold for 75. That can give you big profits. And then finally we move on to the making of the million These are the players that sold before we made the million, just random teams and some of the Irish players. And then to recap, when the web app and free daily gifts come out, try selling what you get and look for 5-star silver skillers. Play offline and buy and sell cheap teams as often as possible. Look out for decent kits at low prices, players for tournaments coming up, price fixing and the double inform trick. And just use simple trading without too much effort to make you million. And good luck. And cheers for watching, everyone.